Hello, welcome. You might be wondering two very important things. One, where have I been? And two, I look a little different. So let's just dive right into it, shall we? Starting with the second one, has been a little bit of change to my appearance. I have gotten a haircut. I have been, not to rile a super long story, I'm a very private person, like to keep things very close and near and dear to me, but I'll share a little bit. The hairstyle you have been seeing prior to my videos has been the hair that I have been growing for the past almost 2 years, and I recently just got a haircut. I got a haircut for several reasons, which I won't be going into too much detail because, again, I am a private person. But one of the main reasons I did get a haircut is I am trying to make changes in my life that will drastically improve both my mental health, my physical appearance, and just a couple of other things that I'm not going to really get into. But yeah, so this is the new look for me. Hopefully not too bad. I hope. I've always struggled with finding a good haircut in my past. When I was younger, I had, to address the elephant in the room, I had a little bit more hair. Yeah, so it was much easier to style my hair in certain ways, but even back then, when I did have a little bit more hair than I do now, I always did struggle with finding a good hairstyle and a haircut. I have pictures to prove it. I'm obviously not going to show that, but long story short, I basically went through phases where I had my hair long, my hair short, my hair different colors, you name it. It was red, it was blue, it was pink, blonde. I've dyed it so many different colors. I think I even dyed it green at one point. I've had spikes, I've had long hair, I've had straight hair, I've had braids, I've had faux hawks, mohawks, you name it. I've gone through like so many different phases. My childhood was a little bit of a mess. I was kind of all over the place. But anyways, yeah, that's this is how I look going forward with all the videos. And I hope it doesn't take too much of a distraction. I hope you guys can get used to this new look. And I hope it's something you guys like, because there's no going back. It's something I struggled with for a good while. I was like sitting in the barbershop and I looked the barber in the eye. First of all, I was shopping for barbers. I had to like drive all around looking for like a decent barber, because I've struggled always finding a decent barber, because the last barber shop I went to years ago, they closed down, and the one before that, they also closed down, so they just kind of went out of business. And then I found this one guy who was like a really good barber, and then over time they just kind of moved on because they had so much clientele that they just had to move to their own business, and they just kind of just up and left the state. So there's that. So I ended up finding this new barber shop, and I was a little nervous going in there, but they were totally cool, super friendly, super nice. And the person I got was just down to earth, super chill guy. And I looked him in the eye and I was like, listen man, I've been growing this hair for almost 2 years, and I'm a little nervous getting a haircut today. And he's like, no, don't worry about it. No, we get people like you all the time. It's totally cool. Like, what kind of hairstyle you want? And I'm like, honestly, I don't know what style to get. And they were like, why don't you try like this is called a skin fade. I've never had a skin fade before. So they recommended a skin fade with like short on top, keeping it really long, and just kind of just like into the back. I was like, okay, I don't know what that is, but sure, let's try it. And as they're doing it and they're just chopping it off, I'm just getting more and more nervous. I'm just like, oh no, please let it look good. And then by the end of it all, after it was all said and done and the process was complete, I was actually surprised to see how it turned out. It turned out, at least in my opinion, I thought it turned out all right. I kind of like it. It's a new look. I've never done this in my life before. When I've done short hair, I've always had like points or like sideburns or like a goatee or like a chin strap, whatever. I've done all kinds of things. but I've never done like a full shave and like a fade out. So this is a first for me, and it's something I'm gonna have to get used to, but I do like it. I think it looks clean, and yeah. So that's discussing the looks. Jumping right into the next story, where have I been? Okay, so I'm not going to get into too much detail with that. Again, I am a super private person. But there have been a couple of things I had to do in my private life. One of those things was I did have to attend a wedding. It was immediate family, close family, so I was gone for X amount of days, and then I had to do like assistance with like the driving aspect of getting to the wedding, and let's just say that was a little bit of a nightmare for me. It was a long ride. So, and I basically didn't get a lot of sleep, and I was like up for almost 72 hours, and I got like maybe like 1 or 2 hours of sleep max. It was a nightmare, and I had to attend the wedding, and I did the driving for a portion of it, and then I had to help assist a little bit with the wedding here and there. But overall, it was a super fun wedding, and I was super ecstatic to be there. But yeah, that is the main reason why I was gone. Another reason why I was gone is again, not to get into too much detail, I was struggling with some things internally that I had to take care of. My mental space wasn't right, so I had to just kind of, shake it out, just reset and get myself back into the groove of things. But I'm back, hopefully this time permanently, and don't run into any issues moving forward with the schedule. Again, I never really did have a schedule when it comes to uploading videos. I said it was a dream to kind of upload 2 videos a week. I never really attained that goal. I did manage to do 1 video a week, so that's what I'm hoping to continue doing week after week. And yeah, that's pretty much that. I don't want to drag this video on too long, because right after this I am going to do my recording for the video for this week. So be on the lookout for that. I don't know what specific game I'm going to play, but I do know it's going to be a continuation of the series that we've already done. So that's going to be exciting. But yeah, just a quick note before I end things. To everyone that's been watching my videos and supporting me, I do see the views, and honestly, I really appreciate it. It's rough out here being a YouTuber, especially a new YouTuber just starting out and kind of, getting your feet wet and just learning the ins and outs of things. You guys will probably see that when I'm talking, I'm not sure if it comes out too often, but it's there, whether it's noticeable or not. But I do get nervous when I speak, and a lot of times I will use I guess like they're called like pauses in sentences, where I will use like or I'll just stall, or my voice will ricochet a little bit, or things like that, or I'll just start laughing a little bit more, especially in times when there's no real reason to laugh, but I'll just start laughing because that's just part of like my nature. It's part of like who I am. So yeah, I hope you guys can bear with me as I continue to find my legs in the YouTube space in terms of producing videos, getting better as a content creator, and being able to put out content that you guys really enjoy. I am also hopeful that one day I will get my very first subscriber. Whenever that happens, or maybe the YouTube algorithms will favor me and be like, today is your day, you will get your first subscriber ever, and that will be a joyous day. But I do see the views. They're not a lot of views, but I do see the views, and I do thank you, to whoever you strangers are out there, for watching my videos. It does mean a lot to me. I don't know how you guys found me through the endless of content in the world of YouTube, because there is an endless sea of content, and to find a specific niche YouTuber in that sea is like, it's like hitting the lottery, it's like hitting the lottery or finding like a needle in a haystack kind of thing. So should you find that video, which happens to be me, and then end up liking it and then watching other videos that I put out, it means a lot. So thank you. I work really hard on the video aspect of things, recording and editing, and one of the biggest things that I spend a lot of time on is the thumbnails. So like, I hope you guys enjoy the thumbnails because I spend hours working on it. None of them are like, you know, like it's very, I'm meticulously working on them. Let's just put it that way. I spend hours upon hours making sure everything is right, and I redo it. Sometimes I start from scratch and then I build it all up and I'm like, oh, I don't like this, and I start all over again. But yeah, and then I do the video editing aspect of it, which takes hours to cut down or to make sure all the things are in the right place. So yeah. Anyways, that's gonna do it for this video, and I will be putting out another video soon. So you guys will see 2 videos this week, promise. And yeah, I think that's all I had to cover. Yeah, no, that's it. Bye.